Welcome to our math lesson for Thursday, August 27th, 2020. Today I'll be going over lesson 4, which has a title of comparing graphs. Our I can statements for today: I can represent and interpret data using whole numbers. I can determine whether a survey question will yield categorical or numerical data. Our essential question: how is data useful in real-world situations? How is data useful in real-world situations? We're just continuing to build on our answers for this question because we've had it for the entire week. Our learning targets. The first one: today, I will be able to create a scale bar graph and a line plot given a set of data. I will also be able to write and solve word problems about the data presented in my graph. How are line plots and scale bar graphs similar and different? How are line plots and scale bar graphs similar and different? So we're going to pause here for a few minutes, and I want you to be thinking about your answer to this particular question. And if you need to go back in your book and look at examples, you've got line plots are going to be on page number 9. There's an example on page 9. The scale bar graph, there's an example on page number 11. So page 9, page 11 are examples. So we're going to pause, and I want you to think about your answers for this. Okay, so there can be many answers for this particular question. But if you were thinking along the lines of how are they, when you talk about how are they similar, if your idea is, well, they contain the same type of information, they contain the same type of information or data, that will be correct. Okay. And for the question of how are they different, if you were thinking along the lines of, well, line plots, they do not have the actual bars. Line plots do not have actual bars. However, the bar graphs do, then that also would be a correct answer. So our next slide here, you can actually follow along in your math binder, page 15. In your math binder, page number 15. And we're going to be working on this page for a little bit today. So we're going to go on and read it first before we get to our questions. Fidget spinner sales, and you can follow along with me in your book, or you can read the screen. A local toy store tracked its sales of fidget spinners for the months of July through November. Here is what it found. In July, it sold 3 times as many fidget spinners as it did in September. In August, it sold 10 more fidget spinners than it did in November. It sold the same amount of fidget spinners in September and October. In November, the amount the store sold was half the amount it sold in October. In November, it sold 3 fidget spinners. Your task, you got to determine how many fidget spinners the store sold each month and organize your data in a frequency table. Also create a scale bar graph and a line plot to display the data. And those particular tasks are over here. Actually going to be on the next slide. Okay, so first let's look at the questions on the left side. What type of data is being displayed here? Now, I always like to go back and reread, and I encourage you to reread it yourself too. So we're going to pause a second and give you an opportunity to go back and read it on your own again. Okay, number 1, what type of data is being displayed? And if you answered numerical data for that one, you got it correct. Because basically the question is going to be how many fidget spinners are being sold each month? How many fidget spinners are being sold each month? And it's asking for a number for an answer. That makes it numerical. And that's how I know. It's asking for a number. So we're still on page 15, the fidget spinner sales. And these are going to be your tasks. Number 1 is going to be to organize data into a frequency table. 2, create a bar graph using the same data 3, create a line plot using the same data. So you're doing 3 different things, but you're utilizing the same data that's going to be found inside of the page 15. Now, when you look at page 15, all of the numbers are not readily available to you. You got to be able to figure out some unknowns here. And we're going to work on, we're going to go through just some of it really quickly. So let's go down to, let's look at them. So this one is they're giving you some hints. 3 times as many, 10 more than, same amount, half the amount is sold in October. Okay, so let's see which one of these are actually giving you a specific number. If you go down to November, it sold 3. So we know that November has 3. Okay, so you can go on and write 3 beside November on your paper. And let's go up to the next one. In November, the amount the store sold was half the amount it sold in October. In November, the amount the store sold was half the amount it sold in October. So in November, if it sold 3, 3 is half of what October numbers were. So 3 is half of what number? 3 is half of 6. So October is going to be 6. And those are just the first 2 right there. So you got to figure out for September, August, and July using those same clues. So as you work to figure out the specific numbers, you're going to have to be able to do these tasks. And where will you be able to do them? On the back of, there's 2 choices. And your teacher will specifically let you know where they want you to write them. But on page number 15 is the page that we're working on. You actually can work on the back of page number 15, or you can get one of the notebooks that you picked up for our materials that we gave you. So you can use one of the notebooks, whichever one that you have designated as a math notebook. Okay, you're going to work, solve the problems inside of that notebook or in the back of page 15, and you're going to do all these tasks. So we're going to pause, give you an opportunity to go on and figure the rest of these out, and then to put the data inside of a frequency table, a bar graph, a line plot. So you've had an opportunity to complete these tasks. So my next slide is going to show you what yours should look like, or very, very similar to it. Okay. So at the very top, we have a frequency table. So at the very top, what you see is a frequency table. You see you've got November, and you've got 3 total for your frequency, and the numerical representation is 3 right here, and it goes for each month. And here in the middle, you're seeing a scale bar graph. So this is a scale bar graph, and you're looking at the same data is displayed inside of here. The same data is displayed in here. So November, you got 3. Let's go find November. I should be at 3. And you go all the way over, and it is at 3, right in between 0 and 5. Okay, at the very bottom, you have a line plot using the same data that's being represented. So at the bottom is the line plot, and it just tells you the frequency on the bottom. Okay, so at the bottom here by 3, you look at, there's just one X in here because there's only 1 month that showed 3 fidget spinners being sold. There's only 1 month showing 3 fidget spinners being sold. And if you go down, how many months were there 6 fidget spinners sold? So if you go back up at the top, you'll see October and November. So there were 2 months here. So when you go down to 13, well, how many months were there 13 fidget spinners sold? There was only 1 month, so there's only 1x for that. So let's go down to 18. How many months were there 18 fidget spinners sold? There's only 1 month where there were 18 sold, so there's only 1x right there. So you can pause the video and study it, take a really, really good look at it and see where, see how everything is represented. So here are the 3 different tasks that were completed. On my next slide, these questions are going to be related to the previous slide. So these questions are related to the previous slide. And these are some things that I want you to be to think about and write the answers in your notebook. What do you notice about the graphs? What do you notice about them? Okay, so if you need to flip from one slide to the other, I want you to do that. What do you wonder about it? Which graph better displays the data and why? So you're going to go back, look at it. Which one of these do you think better displays the data and why do you think that? And I also want you to write 2 questions about the graph that best displays the data. Write 2 questions about the graph that best displays the data. So I want you to write it in your notebook, and for our live session, we're going to talk about it. Our independent work homework, it's going to be on page 17. Our independent work homework is on page number 17, and this is just a picture of what it looks like. Okay, so it's bar graphs and line plots homework. This is being assigned to you on Google Classroom, and you're going to complete the work on your paper, and what you're going to be asked to do is take a picture of it, attach that picture to your assignment, and you're going to submit it after that. Thank you and have a good day.